ITM 105 students. Here is a quick video to show you a way to make the assignment instructions easier to understand. Let's start with the Townsend Mortgage Company assignment. This is from Chapter 2 in your textbook, and you have this Word document that has all of the instructions. The problem: a lot of times students get confused by this document because there's a narrative of what you will be doing mixed with several sub-steps of instruction in each step. There are a few things you can do to make it easier to follow. Let's look at step 3. It says you would like to create a formula, etc. The instructions are telling you what you're going to be doing in the step. It's not telling you actually how to do it. Let us start by italicizing that line to show it is narrative, not instructions. Next, look at the steps. Enter formula in cell F8 to calculate the monthly interest rate for the first loan. Press the enter key there. The instructions here are enter a formula. I am going to bold that because that's what you want to do, and it's going to be in F8 to calculate the monthly interest rate. Next, you're going to add the appropriate absolute cell reference for B5. You're going to add the appropriate absolute cell reference. I will bold that piece. Next, you will use the fill handle to copy the formula down, completing column F. Go to F8, and you're going to enter a formula to calculate the monthly interest rate for the first loan. Look at the interest rate. In this case, it is called the mortgage rate. You will also see it referred to an interest rate, yearly interest rate, or an annual percentage rate, /APR. These are terms you should be familiar with and essentially mean the same thing. What this step is saying is you want to divide the mortgage rate, cell E8, by 12 months. That is in cell B5. This turns it into a monthly percentage rate. The instructions also say to use the appropriate absolute cell value. Press F4 to choose an absolute cell reference because you never want the value B5 in the formula to change, but you do want the E8 value to change as you drag the formula down, since each row has a different percentage rate for the mortgage. Now double-click on the fill handle, or click on it and drag it down to insert the formula. That is what the instructions are saying. Working with students, I have found that if you italicized what the instruction wants you to do or the narrative of the step, you can easily know it's not instructions to follow. You bold the pieces that you actually have to do in the instructions. I have been finding breaking it out is helping students quite a bit, so I just want to pass it this along to you as something to increase your ability to do the work quickly and correctly. Next, a bonus tip. Most students really don't need the points possible column. Just remove that column and you have more space for the instructions. Next, I go to the step column and set the text to right alignment. That allows me to shrink that column further, and I have more room to concentrate on the instructions. Side by side on a monitor, I can shrink the width of the instructions and have a lot more room for Excel. If you are on a smaller monitor, something like this will aid you in being more efficient with the space on your screen. With the instructions, I also find it better to set them to left alignment, so the instructions read more like a list. It also makes them easier to follow. These are just a couple of basic formatting suggestions that will make your life a little easier for following the directions and complete each step appropriately.